Welcome to Graceland North TV, presenting Brian Elvis Simpson in his tribute to Elvis in the 1970s studio cuts. Come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. I said, come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. I said, come on over, baby, we got chickens in the pond. Whose pond, what pond, my pond. Come on over, baby, we got a bull by a horn. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I said shake, baby, shake out. I said shake, baby, shake out. I said shake, baby, shake. All right, I said shake, baby, shake. We ain't making a whole lot of shaking going on. I said come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. I said come on over, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. We ain't making whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. All right, I said shake, baby, shake. We ain't making whole lot of shaking going on. I said come on over, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. I said come on over, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. We ain't making whole lot of shaking going on now. Easy now, I said shake, baby, shake. 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 We ain't whole lot of shaking going on. Yeah, come on over, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. I said come on over, baby, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. We ain't making whole lot of shaking going on, yeah, I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. All right, I said shake, baby, shake. We ain't making whole lot of shaking going on, I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. All right, I said shake, baby, shake. We ain't making yeah, I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. We ain't making a whole lot of shaking going on. Thank you very much, folks. I don't want much, just a little bit. Don't want it all, just a little bit. Give me a teeny weeny bit, teeny weeny bit of your love. But turn your lamps down low. Come on and slip me a kiss. Turn your lights down low. You know I won't resist. I want a teeny weeny bit, teeny weeny bit of your love. Real early in the morning, but just a little bit. Around midnight, but just a little bit. I want an itty-bitty bit, teeny weeny bit of your love. Come on and walk with me, just a little bit. I said talk to me, just a little bit. I want an itty weeny bit, teeny weeny bit of your love. Oh yeah. I want you to remember to say that you'll be mine. Say you'll never leave me until the end of time. I want a teeny weeny bit, teeny weeny bit of your love. I want a teeny weeny bit, teeny weeny bit of your love. Yeah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to Graceland North TV. And Brian Elvis Simpson, I'm glad to be here again, and hope that everyone watching, that you're all doing really, really well, and you're coping amidst these trying times that we're living in right now, and the inability to live life the way you would normally do it. After all, that's the reason why we're here, is to hopefully for the next 90 minutes or so, we can ease your tensions a little bit, and you can have a little bit of fun with the music we're bringing to you. Just so you guys are all aware, this Graceland North is the studio in the bottom of my basement of my house. And I teach here. I teach Elvis 101 here, and I've had many successful students, the likes of Aaron Wong and Adam Elvis and Eli Williams and DJ Dodge and Stelvis come out of this very room where I train them to become Elvis. And the way we've got it set up, I haven't got the ability to see the screen like most people do when they broadcast off their phones or their iPads, because we're not using a phone or an iPad. But that's why I'm very, very fortunate that I have the love of my life, Rhonda. I know most of you know her who have tuned in before. She's manning the main computer where the broadcast is being sent from. And of course, my frog Gordon is also there watching as well. Yeah, that's right, I said frog. But so they'll be responding to you and passing on any requests that you might have that we can try and do. The theme tonight, folks, is Elvis, the 70's Studio Cuts. Now, this happens to be my most popular favorite era. And the reason is because I was fortunate enough to be living this era while Elvis was still on the planet. And as much as it may not have been as the coolest thing to be an Elvis fan in high school, I was a closet Elvis fan. And I listened to as many records as I could get my hands on. And I knew all about Elvis in the 1970s. And it was through my dad that he basically taught me about Elvis in the early years when he shook everybody up with his Sullivan Show appearances and all those great rock and roll numbers. But today we're going to be focusing on the studio songs, the studio cuts of Elvis in the 1970s. So we hope you enjoy it. We'll try and do as many requests as we can. If I don't know it, I apologize in advance. I will give a shot to try and do some I've never done before. In fact, there'll probably be quite a few songs I've never done before, because when you do shows, Elvis shows, there's usually a sort of half-fixed library of songs that you tend to sort of stick to, because that's what the fans tend to want to hear as a priority. But, being this is an online show, and I don't have to refund anybody if you don't like it, I can pretty much sing whatever I want. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of great Elvis studio stuff, and hopefully some of you people remember some of these songs, and maybe you might even learn a thing or two about some songs you may never have heard, and then go out and give them a re-listen on YouTube or on your CDs, whatever you have. This is Friday nights for all of you. The first time tuning in, 6 o'clock is the night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we do the Elvis show every week. We try and come up with a little bit of a theme. Next week, though, ladies and gentlemen, at this time on this show right here, the Elvis Show, it's going to be by request only. So there can be anything that Elvis did by request, as long as I have the music and as long as I know how to sing it. So you can call it Stump the Elvis if you like, and you may be successful in doing that because I don't know all of them, but I know quite a few of them, and we're out there to sing for you and hopefully make you guys' day a little bit brighter. Anyways, that's enough talking now. Let's do a song or two. This next song I'd like to do was featured on Love Letters from Elvis, which was, I think it was the second or second studio album that Elvis came out with in the 70s. Officially, in the 70s, RCA released 13 studio albums. Now, that's a lot by today's standards, and the reason, of course, was for that is that the Colonel signed a very, very not really a good deal, because he not only signed that Elvis had to release basically almost 2 albums a year, he also had to release, they had budget labels such as Camden and Pickwick that were not the main label, they were offshoot labels, bargain, lesser price labels, and a lot of those had a lot of compilations or unreleased songs on them that they also had to release. So there was a lot of Elvis music coming out in the 70s, and albeit music had changed a lot, his fans still loved his stuff and went out and bought them, and they surprisingly were very successful, even though in a lot of times they had to find a lot of live cuts to fill the album space. So this one was off Love Letters from Elvis. It's called If I Were You, and it goes like this. The Sandman comes to my house late each night, but it's way in the morning before he turns out my light. It's times like this, my darling, I can see. Oh, if I were you, I know that I'd love me. The great snowman I've been called by all, but it looks like this time I'm gonna fall. It's times like this, my darling, I can see. Oh, if I know that I'd love me. Wind and rain and storm closing in on me. I've walked the streets alone with my self-sympathy. Can you be saved, hopefully? Oh, if I were you, I know that I'd love me. Wait. Wind and rain and storm closing in on me. I've walked the streets alone with my self-sympathy. Can you hear me say, hopefully? Ooh, if I were you, I know that I'd love me. Oh, if I were you, I know that I love you. If I were you, I know that I love you. like that. That's how it goes. This next one, folks, there's a good chance you'll be hearing quite a few songs from this album because it was probably one of the better albums he came out with in the 1970s. From the Promised Land album. It was a beautiful little country song. Didn't really do much. I don't even know if they can't remember if they even released it as a single. I think it may have been a B-side, but I really like it, and it's called "Thinking About You." It goes like this. I woke up this morning and I tried to call you, but you weren't there, kinda put me in despair. So I thought maybe I could lose my mind in the countryside. So I went for a ride. I never stopped thinking about you. Found myself wishing that you were there, just to be with me. Feel the breeze, sunshine, I didn't care. I decided to try just one more time, ooh, to let you know I really love you so. Before I arrived, I saw you go away with another guy. A tear in my eye. I never stopped thinking about you. Found myself wishing you were there, just to be with me. Feel the breeze, sunshine, I didn't care. A long time has passed since that day I cried. Ooh, life is fine, and I'm doing fine. When I'm at home and I feel all alone, well, I think of you, try to get a message through, but I never stop thinking about you. Found myself wishing you were there, just to be with me. Feel the breeze, sunshine, I didn't care. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Okay, I got my first request from Norway, you said. The thing is it being that this is an Elvis studio show, studio cut show, Kentucky Rain's a fantastic song, don't get me wrong. I haven't got it in my set, though, because Kentucky Rain came out in 69 session, so it never really was released on an album. We made it a few live albums, but it was released in the 60s. I'll be more than happy to do that for you on the request show on the following week. But we're trying to hold sort of like, so I don't want to repeat too many songs if I do it. Of course, people, if you love to hear them and they fall within the category we're doing, I'll be more than happy to do them for you. But we right now are trying to stay with the 70s studio cuts. So go pull out your 70s LPs, with all those great songs on them. And songs that he recorded in the 1970s are ones we're going to do, like this one right here. Maybe it's too late. Sometimes even hate myself for loving you. Trying to be strong, but nighttime comes along, and I'm still wanting you, holding you. Where is all my self-control? I'm burning right down in my soul and needing you. Wishing I could be the man I tried to, holding me from wanting to be near you, knowing you don't love me like you used to. But it's midnight and I miss you. It's getting late and I know that's when I am weak. Funny how things have a way of looking so much brighter in the daylight. I ought to go to bed, try to straighten out my head, just forget you. Oh, but it's night and I miss you. It's getting late and I know that's when I am weak. Honey, all things have a way of looking so much brighter in the daylight. I ought to go to bed, try to straighten out my head and just forget you. Oh, it's midnight and I miss you. It's midnight and I miss you. Oh, now I miss you. Oh. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get to that. Who's requested that one? We'll get to Just Pretend definitely a little bit and later in the show, only because that's a toughie. I got to warm up first before we can start unleashing that. All right, let's speed things up a bit here. The title track from the Promised Land album is Promised Land. It goes like this. Ah, get on it, son. Whoa! Last night, north of Virginia, California, on my mind. Straddling like Greyhound Road and in the valley and all across the cable line. And a motor trouble returned to Jewish struggle halfway across Alabama. Well, I found a town and there that's all stranded in downtown Birmingham. Right on the bottom of the through train, taking right across Mississippi plain. I was on my midnight flyer out of Birmingham, smoking into New Orleans. Somebody told me to get out of Louisiana, just tell me that they Houston town. There are people there who care a little about me, and I'm gonna let the poor boy down. Take it on now. Shoes who told me long as silk suit, one luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque on the way to the Promised Land. Working on the T-bone stage, down and trying flying over to the Golden State. The time is over, say 13 minutes, take us to the terminal gate. Swing those chairs, come down, easy taxi to the terminal zone. Touch your engines and cool your wings, and let me take you to the telephone. Los Angeles, here in Norfolk, Virginia, time, 104-1009. Tell the folks back home, this is a promise sign calling, and the poor boys on the line. Hey, yes, son. Working on the T-bone state, down and trying to climb over to the Golden State. When the pilot told us in 13 minutes, he would take us to the terminal gate. Swing those chairs, come down, down to the terminal zone. Touch the ladies and cool your wings, and let me take you to the telephone. Los Angeles, and in Norfolk, Virginia, time, 104-1009. Tell the folks back home, this is a promise sign calling, and the poor boys on the line. Here's the old son. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. All right. So, how you all been doing out there? We've had our trials and tribulations, you know, going out and looking for toilet paper and can't find any still. But don't worry, we got enough stock to get away. We got enough stock to get through a few more days yet before we have to start finding old Sears Roebuck catalogs and using all those, which is never a good choice, but you know, such is life in the land of lockdown. So. As I mentioned before, we're doing a tribute to the Elvis, the 1970s studio cuts. So, by all means, don't hesitate to bring us your requests for those 1970s songs. I like to do one here. You don't hear it very often, actually, and because I don't think it was ever released. It's when Elvis was recording in the 70s, especially around 72, 73. He hovered very much towards songs of personal loss, and I guess it was a way of him expressing the feelings that he was dealing with in the breakup of his marriage to Priscilla. So there were a lot of songs that come out at that time that sort of had that sort of vein to them, and this one's a real pretty country song as well that he released, called "For Old Time's Sake," and you can see that the words of the song are very, probably very specific to the mood he was going through at the time. Before you go, walk out on me. Take a look around, tell me what you see. 'Cause here I stand, like an open book. Is there something here you might have overlooked? 'Cause it would be a shame if you should lose. Find that freedom ain't what you thought it would be. The years we had were I know the good outweighs the bad. Now you say that you're gonna tired. You wanna be by yourself a while. It would be a shame if you should go. Find that freedom was a long, long time ago. Know that you can't stand the chains that bind you. They just keep on driving us apart. You could go where I could never find you. Could you go far enough to get away from your heart? So one more time, for old time's sake, come and lay your head upon my chest. Please don't hold this moment away. We can forget the bad and take the best. If you don't have nothing left to say, let me hold you one more time, for old time's sake. And if you don't have nothing left to say, let me hold you one more time, for old time's sake. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Now, my favorite album, I mean, I'm an Elvis fan, so I like them all. But my favorite album was the first one that I bought. And I did all my chores around the house and saved up my allowance for about 3 weeks. And I went out and bought Moody Blue right after it came out. And it was the blue vinyl. And I played the dickens out of that album. Absolutely loved it. After I bought that one, I bought Live from Madison Square Garden and a bunch of others. But Moody Blue was the first one I bought. And just so you know, for time frame, that would have made, I was 9 years old when I bought that album. And I got home and my parents gave me crap. They said, how could you spend $15 on this washed up rock and roll star? He's way before your time. I don't even know why you're listening to him. And I just sort of pouted and took my album and went to the room and played it. And I remember them saying, my mom was saying to my dad, don't worry, he's only 9 years old. He'll outgrow it. Well, I'm a long past 9 and I still haven't outgrown it. So, you see, my parents obviously knew who Elvis Presley was, but they weren't really big fans of his. And I was exposed to a lot of music, but Elvis was the first person that I discovered on my own. And that was after the 1973 concert that I saw on TV from Aloha from Hawaii. And I was just hooked from that point on. And Moody Blue is an album that has a lot of meaning to me. In fact, I've got it now hanging in my office. I played it to death. Of course, I've now since picked up CDs and downloaded versions of it, so I can still hear it. I just don't. I don't play the album anymore, and I don't know if I could possibly play the album anymore. I think I wore the crap out of that sucker. But I'd like to do my first of which will probably be many songs from that album because I really, really liked it. And, you know, because of this insane album deal that the Colonel had signed with RCA, Elvis didn't like going to the studio towards the end of his life. He didn't like what they were doing to his sound, basically burying him a lot in the band and redoing. He was supposed to have complete control of his music, and every now and then the Colonel would stick his nose in there, and it would just infuriate Elvis to no end, and to the point where it became impossible to get him into the studio. So they brought the studio to him. And a lot of the recordings you hear on the last two albums were actually recorded in Graceland, in the Jungle Room, the famous Jungle Room in Graceland. Now, this particular one, because they didn't have enough album songs to fill Moody Blue, they actually took some live recordings off his last tour and mixed them in the studio and then put them on the album. And this was one of those. It's called If You Love Me, and it goes like this. Came when I was happy in your sunshine. I grew to love you more each passing day. Before too long, I built my world around you. Yeah, and I prayed you'd love and love me to stay. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, let me go. I can't take another minute of a day without you in it. If you love me, let it be. If you don't, set me free. Take the chains away and keep me loving you. The arms that open wide to hold you closer, the hands that run their fingers through my hair. Good luck. The smile that says hello, it's good to see you. Anytime I turn around, it finds me there. There's so much more that makes me love you. What else can I do to make you see? Oh, you know you have whatever's mine to give you. Yeah, but a love affair for one can never be. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, let me go. I can't take another minute of a day without you in it. If you love me, let it be. If you don't, set me free. Take the chains away and keep me loving you. Take the chains away and keep me loving you. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. How many people we got watching out there? All right, there's so many great songs here, folks, and I'm gonna do this one just because it's actually one of the older songs that Elvis did, and it appeared on on a, I can't remember, I'm trying to think what 70s album it was. I don't know if it was the Fool album. But he based his version off Ricky Nelson's version of the song. And it's called Fools Rush In. It goes like this. Fools rush in where angels hear to tread. And so I come to you, my love, my heart above my head. Though I see the danger there, if there's a chance for me, then I don't care. Oh, rush where wise men never go, but wise men never fall in love. So how are they to know when we met? I felt my life begin. Open up your heart and let this fool rush in. Go ahead, Jay. There's a chance for me, then I don't care. Whoa, rush where wise men never go, but wise men never fall in love. So how are they to know when we met? I felt my life again. So open up your heart and let this fool rush in. So open up your heart and let this fool rush in. So open up your heart and let this fool rush in. Just like that, folks. Thank you very much. Here's one, again. It's a very sort of autobiographical song that Elvis recorded. You don't get to hear it a lot, but I like to do it for you now. It's called I Miss You. It goes like this. All the good times together, the love we shared, the fun and the laughter. How I wish you could feel what my heart says tonight, dear. I miss you, and I wish you were here. Dreams that I had, they lay broken in sorrow. The plans I made, the hopes for tomorrow. If I could, I would tell you I'm lonesome tonight, dear. Oh, I miss you, and I wish you were here. the touch of your hand holding mine, dear. I miss you, and I wish you were here. Lord, I miss you, and I wish you were here. Thank you, folks. One, two, two. So to make a little adjustment to my mic there. There was a song they had a lot of hope for in the 70s, folks, when Elvis released it. It didn't go near as popular as he would have liked. It was recorded in the early 70s, and then in the mid-70s, towards the end, he brought it back, and he started doing it in some of his shows. And I like to do it for you now, because it's a real cool little song. It's called "I'm Leaving." I'm not really going anywhere yet. But no, the song is called "I'm Leaving." La 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 How I know if I arrived in time to know you, if you had taken the time to show me, I wouldn't be lonely. Where I go, who will I have in line beside you to reach this emptiness inside of me? I wouldn't be lonely. Trying so hard each time, I just can't make it. Feeling fast vibrations and I just can't take it. Living from day to day, chasing the dream. I'm leaving. La 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 la. La 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 la. Trying so hard each time, I just can't make it. Feeling fast vibrations and I just can't take it. Living from day to day, chasing a dream. La 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 la. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. All right. Moving our way through the 1970s studio cuts of the King. Hopefully, these bring back some memories for you. Here, this next song, ladies and gentlemen, was it was a big seller, and it was a big seller because it was on the flip side of Burning Love. Talk about piggybacking onto a hit, right? Real pretty song called "It's a Matter of Time," and it sort of outlines what we're living right now, isn't it? It's pretty much for us right now just a matter of time. Okay.
It's a matter of time before I go back there. A matter of time, oh, before I go.
I've been away from her now for a long time, and I've lived a life I thought that it should be. It's a long, long way from now to maybe sometime, and the way around is really killing me. It's a matter of time.
It's a matter of time
before I go back there. A matter of time, oh, before I go. It's a long way, I know.
It's a long way, I know.
And the going ain't easy. She'll see me again. It's just a matter of time. I'll take a train right early in the morning, just to see how far I get along the way. But the trains don't run too often, oh, just sometimes. So I guess I'm better wait another day. It's a matter of time.
It's a matter of time
before I go back there. A matter of time, oh, before I go. It's a long way, I know.
It's a long way, I know.
And the going ain't easy. She'll see me again. It's just a matter of time. She'll see me, I know. Just a matter of time. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Okay, we're going to mix it up a bit here. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Play real hard, son. Oh, please release me. Let me go. For I don't love you anymore. To wait Yeah, let me love again. Oh, I have found a new love and I always wanted it. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Oh, release me, oh my God, let me go. Oh, please release me, let me go. For I just don't love you anymore. To waste our lives would be a sin. Oh, release me, Lord, and let me love again. Oh, please release me, let me go. For I just don't love you anymore. To waste our lives would be a sin. Oh, release me, Lord, and let me love again. Let me go, release me, and let me love again. Let me go, let me go. Thank you very much, folks. This next song I'm doing, folks, I've never done in a live show before. And I guess being that this show's being done in my basement, I probably still haven't done it in a live show. But I'm going to do it for you now. It's a song that appeared on Live from Elvis Presley Boulevard, the second to last album that Elvis recorded. And it's called Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall. And it goes like this. I told you to leave me alone. That's what she's done. Just what she's done. And I spilled the tea. Ain't a home when it's late by one lonely one. And I can no longer hear footsteps and I'm done. She left me once and for all. Here come the children. Winter they are harder than Thank you, folks. That was different. I haven't done that one in a long time. What was that? I'm sorry. What did Robin say? Oh, yeah. Well, that's the wrong show, though. I don't do that for the Elvis show. But if you tune in Retro Vegas, we're absolutely sloshed by the end. Wake up the next day with a hangover. Depends what we decide to drink, though. But I'm pretty straight on this one. This is Wild Raspberry Powerade, Robin, in case you want to know. It's not green Kool-Aid. So you should be able to find this somewhere. Especially at your local 7-Elevens where you get to pick up all your favorite Slurpees. And Slurpees are good, but I'm a diabetic, and so they're not good to me. Otherwise, I'd be drinking them here, too. Elvis came back, of course, to Vegas in '69, and his first studio album of 1970 was an album called That's the Way It Is, which basically followed up to the movie release, which they did that year. And he had a single that he released off at first, and there's a lot of great songs. Again, it's one of my favorite albums. That's the Way It Is album. It's fantastic. We're going to try and do a lot of songs off that one. I like to do this one, though. I don't get to do very often. And he did it a couple times in shows. And the song is called I Lost You. And hopefully I can find it in here, because otherwise I've lost it. And I won't be singing it. I think this is it. That sounds right. Lying by your side, I watch you sleeping, and in your face, the sweetness of a child. Murmur the dream you won't recapture, though it won't haunt the corners of your mind. Oh, I lost you, yes I lost you. I can't reach you anymore. Oh, we ought to talk it over now, but the reason can't stand in for feeling. You can tell when summer turns to autumn, and you can point the moment love grows cold. Softly without pain, the joy is over. Though why it's gone, we neither of us know. Oh, I lost you, yes I lost you. I can't reach you anymore. We ought to talk it over now, but reason can't stand in for feeling old. Give it to me, son. Oh, I lost you, yes I lost you. I can't reach you anymore. Oh, we ought to talk it over now, but the reason can't stand in for feelings old. cry, and you will stumble sleeping to the door. In the chill and sun-gray morn, we play the parts that we have learned to wear. Oh, I've lost you, yes I lost you, can't reach you anymore. We hold a target over now, but the reason can't stand in for feelings. Oh, I can't reach you anymore. Oh, you're the target over now, but the reasons can't stand it for feelings. Oh, this is Robin Kelly's show. I don't think my mic works very well. Oh, I've lost you, yes I've lost you. I can't reach you anymore. Oh, you're over now, but the reason can't stand for feelings. Oh, yeah. Whew. Thanks very much. Who asked for that? Jean? Did she just tune in? Hi, Jean. And hi to everybody out there. Love Me Tender, unfortunately, was not recorded in the studio in 1970. The theme of the show tonight is Elvis, the studio cuts from 1970 onward. So I'll do Love Me Tender in the next show, which is I'm basically putting my ass on the line because it's all requests. That'll be next Friday. But we're going to be concentrating in this particular show on Elvis, the 70s studio cuts, and we'll throw some live ones in there if they made an album as well, as long as they wrote songs that were recorded for the first time for Elvis in the 1970s. In case anybody missed that. Here's one you won't hear very often, because I think there's only one recording of Elvis doing it. You're the reason I'm living. Oh, you carry me through. In my life's full of burdens, I'd be lost without you. You're the reason I do things. You're the things that I do. You're the reason I'm living. I'd be lost without you. A long, long time ago, when I was down and out, you took me in and told me and showed me what love was about. You're the reason I'm living. You're the things that I do. Our lives full of burdens, I'd be lost without you. You're the reason I'm living. I'd be lost without you. You're the reason I'm living. I'd be lost without you. Thank you very much. I think there's only one known recording of that, ladies and gentlemen. It was an impromptu song, which caused Elvis to say right after he sang that song in 1975, "We've never done that song before in our entire lives." He just sort of picked it up because it's a Bobby Darin tune, and he was a big fan of Bobby Darin. So, from Moody Blue. Oh yeah. Baby, get closer. The lights are growing dim. The sound of the music has made the mood I'm in. All of my resistance lying on the floor is taking me to places that I've never been before. Ooh, well, I can feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Way down where the music plays, way down like a tidal wave, way down where the fire plays, way down. Oh, my head is spinning. You got me in the spell. 100 magic fingers, swirling carousel. Medicine within me, a doctor could prescribe. Your love is doing something that I just can't describe. Ooh, well, I can feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Way down where the music plays, way down like a tidal wave, way down where the fire plays, way down. Way on down, way on down. Hold me again, tight as you can. I need you so, so baby, let go. Way down, all feels so good. Way down where I always would. Way down where I never could. Way down. Way on down. Way down. Thank you very much. Forever, my darling, my love will be true. Always and forever, I love only you. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. May this fire in my soul forever burn. My heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold. May you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you for the rest of my days. I'll never part from you for your loving ways. Just promise me, darling, your love in return. May this fire in my soul forever burn. Whoa, my heart's at your command, dear, to keep love and to hold. May you happy is my desire, dear. Keeping you is my goal. I'll forever love you for the rest of my days. I'll never part from you for your loving ways. Just promise me, darling, your loving return. May this fire my soul forever. Thank you very much, folks. Now, I know last show we did, we had a couple of requests that I couldn't do because it was the wrong theme, so I'm going to try and do them now. I just have to give me a second so I can find them. Yeah, don't bother. Just talk amongst yourselves, you know. And there it is. Okay. This was also from That's the Way It Is. When I say I needed you, you said you would always stay. It wasn't me who changed for you, and now you've gone away. Oh, don't you know that now you're gone, and I'm left here on my own. But I'll have to follow you and beg you to come home. You don't have to say you love me, just be close enough. You don't have to stay forever, I'll understand. Believe me, I can't help but love you, but believe me, I'll never tie you down. Left alone, just a memory, rising dead and so unreal. All that's left is loneliness, there's another love with you. You don't have to say you love me, just be close enough. You don't have to stay forever, I understand. Believe me, Lord, believe me. You don't have to say you love me, just be close enough. You don't have to stay forever, I will understand. Believe me, Lord, believe me. Whew. Thank you very much, folks. Here's one I'm sure many of you haven't heard in some time. I'm trying to remember right now exactly what album it was off of. In the 70's there. But Elvis does a really good vocal on this song, if you ever heard him do it, and I recommend you go get it. It's called Sweet Angelique. It goes like that. Angeline, I love you much more than poets say and write. just for one short time. Sweet Angeline, remember, though we've not seen the summer through, I lived only for you. I'm only human, and I realize it's no use trying to disguise my love for you. Angeline has ended, so let's be thankful now, not sad, for the little love we had. Sweet Angeline, remember, though we've not seen the summer through, I lived only for you. I'm only human, and I realize it's no use trying to disguise my love for you. Angeline has ended, so let's be thankful now, not sad, for the little love we've had. Sweet Angeline, I love you. Thank you, folks. Thanks very much. Which one? Oh, Solitaire. I can't hear you. Okay, so which one is the first one I didn't hear? Yeah, that's a 60s song, right? The Suspicion. Yeah, and Dorland, we're doing the 70s studio cut. Suspicion is a 60s song, so we will not be singing that one. We'll do it next week for you. But I know that you did also request, last week, you requested, when we did the 50s and 60s, you requested a 70s song, which was Solitaire, which we will get to. We'll definitely do that as well. And then you said we had Separate Ways. What's the second one? No Bird? Oh, Snowbird. Okay. Well, yeah, I can't hear you up here. So you have to say it a bit louder. Okay. Separate Ways, Snowbird, and Trouble. Well, Trouble, Trouble, I'm sure he's meaning. Because he knows that Trouble was originally. But here's the first one I found is Snowbird, so we'll do that one. Last time I sang this was Canada Day on Prince George. Beneath the snowy mantle, golden queen, the unborn grass lies waiting for its gold to turn to green. The snowbird sings a song he always sings, and speaks to me of flowers that'll bloom again in spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too, and anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within, For the thing that I want most in life's the thing that I can't win. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. Oh, my love forever is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. The breeze along the river seems to say that she'll only break my heart again should I decide to stay. So little snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. But when our love forever is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Thank you, folks. Looks like I got to find a new track for that one. That one's got a bit of a skip in it. All right. Here's one for my buddy Dorlin that he asked for last week. Neil Sedaka tune, written by Neil Sedaka. I think it was pretty much recorded by everybody in the day. Called Solitaire. It goes like this. There was a man, a lonely man, who lost his love through his indifference. A heart that cared, that went unshared until it died within his silence. And solitaire's the only game in town, and every road that takes him down, while I was on the round everywhere. He's playing solitaire and keeping to himself begins the day, and still the king of hearts is well concealed. Another losing game comes to an end and deals them out again. A little hope goes up in smoke, just how it goes without saying. There was a man, a lonely man, who would come out goes on around everywhere. He's playing solitaire and keeping to himself begins the deal. And still the King of Hearts is willing to see another losing day comes to an end and deals them out again. And solitaire's the only game in town. And every road that takes him down. While life goes on around him everywhere. He's playing solitaire. Thank you very much for that request, Ron. Now, separate ways. All right. 7:30 now? Okay. I see a change coming to our lives. It's not the same as it used to be. And it's not too late to realize our mistakes. I'm just not right for each other. Love has slipped away, left us only friends. We all seem like strangers. All that's left between us are the memories we share. Times we thought we cared for each other. There's nothing left to do but go our separate ways and pick up all the pieces left behind us. And maybe someday, somewhere along the way, another love will find us. Someday when she's older, maybe she will understand why her mom and dad are not together. Tears that she will cry when I have to say goodbye will tear at my heart forever. There's nothing left to do but go our separate ways and pick up all the pieces left behind us. And maybe someday, somewhere along the way, another love will find us. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. Well, we are coming close to the end of our show here, folks. We're going to do a few more songs for you here. Um, I think it was back in the 90s. I'm pretty sure it was anyway. Um, the world of Elvis found gold. And the reason is because they actually found a recording that never got released. Even though it was an official studio recording, it was a recording of a song that Elvis was planning to do in his shows in Vegas. And they rehearsed it. And when they released it, Elvis fans were ecstatic because they got something new from Elvis many, many years after he'd passed. And the song was done by Johnny Mathis. It was also done by Donny Osmond. And Elvis rehearsed it, never did it, but he did a really pretty job. It's called 12th and Ever. I need you, must I explain? I need you more, my darling, like roses need rain. You ask how long I'll love you, I'll tell you true. Oh, until the 12th of November, I'll still be loving you. Hold me close, never let me go. Hold me close, mellow sound like it will snow. I love you till the bluebirds forget to bloom. I love you till the clover has lost its perfume. I love you till the poet run out of line. Oh, until the 12th of never, and that's a long, long time. Oh, until the 12th of never, and that's a long Thank you, folks. Okay, I think I'm ready for this song now. We'll find out in a minute. What's that? I think some people are having a difficulty with us being, but I wanted to make it a little bit different each show. Otherwise, you end up singing this. It's like doing the show out in the bar. You end up doing the same 6 songs every show. And want to expose some of these other greater songs out there. Anyway, here's a request. I know Robin's online. I don't know if Dorland's online. Is there anybody else that's an ETA that's online that you know of or can see? Well, the only thing I was just saying is that, because I know that those gentlemen can relate, and that is You know, there are degrees of difficulty of songs. Some songs are really difficult for us, and some songs are really easy for us. And it depends on the artist, like the tribute artist. Some tribute artists have a very easy job doing some songs that others may find difficult, and vice versa. Like when people come to me and go, it's like, do you ever have trouble singing songs like Hurt and whatever? I actually don't. But strangely enough, this next song is one of my toughest songs, and I just don't really know why because the notes aren't really any different than some of the other more difficult songs, but I just do, and it probably has to do with the vowels, the tones in there, and everything. But I still, when I'm feeling good and I'm warmed up, don't mind giving it a tackle, and I'm going to try and tackle it right now because it was a request from Rosanna, but it's also my honey's favorite song. She likes this song as well, you know. So it's called Just Pretend. It goes like this. Just pretend I'm holding you and whisper days soft and low, and think of me how it's gonna be. Just pretend if you need me, you know what to do. I knew it then, I'd be back again. Just pretend I'm right there with you, and I'll come flying to you. Oh, crying on the street. Oh, I will hold you and love you again. But until then, we'll just but I can't recall the things we say and why you're crying. But now I know it was wrong to go. I'm alone here by your side. I'm flying to you. Oh, crying from Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. It is from That's the Way It Is. Again, it was his first studio album out, and song didn't get a lot of traction. It should have done a lot better than it did because it's a great song, and Elvis did it really well. But I think a lot of tribute artists are giving it its just desserts by singing it a lot now. And even myself, I only sang it in my first show probably about 2 months ago. And it's called How the Web Was Woven. And hopefully I remember it and get it all done. How the web was woven in my soul, don't you know? How the web was woven, can't get loose, can't let go. By the wing of the spider wound around my heart, I'm no longer free. At last I'm where you want me. Don't you know that's where I want to be? Spinning round like a blue fly, thoughts of you fill my head, and no matter oh how I try, I can't sleep in my bed. I've been around for the last time. Oh, girl, what can I do? Oh, that's how the web was woven. How I fell in love with you. I've been around for the last time. Oh, girl, what can I do? Oh, it was how I fell in love with you. For that's how the web was woven. How I fell in love with you. Thank you very much, folks. It's nice that after so many years, even as a singer, you can discover songs and go, hey, I kind of like that. I'm going to have to sing that one more often. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen to all their songs because there's a couple I just don't like. But this isn't one of them. This one's pretty good. Baby, don't fall in love with me. I only bring dreams. And baby, don't set your heart on me. 'Cause I only have a need. 'Cause the north wind flows through my veins. Like my dad, there's a dream in my brain. In the morning, I'll have to leave again. That's how it is when you inherit the wind. Inherit the wind. Daddy, he was a traveling man. I hardly knew his face. And Mama, she cried for him at night. He never stayed in one place. 'Cause the north wind blows through my veins. Like my dad, there's a dream in my brain. In the morning, I'll have to live again. That's how it is when you inherit the wind. Inherit the wind. Oh, I can't give you the love you need. I just won't be here that long. But if you still want me here tonight, I'll love you till the break of dawn. 'Cause the north wind blows through my veins. Like my dad, there's a dream in my brain. In the morning, I'll have to leave again. That's how it is with you. Inherit the wind. Inherit the wind. Inherit the wind. Inherit the wind. Thank you, folks. Now, we're going to go back to the Moody Blue album. Because there's a couple I'd like to do before we call this thing a night and let everybody go do all those wonderful activities that you all got planned to occupy the rest of your evening. Because I know all of you must have such busy schedules right now. I mean, we do, you know, we haven't eaten dinner yet and got to watch Netflix. And what do you have? Do you have another request over there? All right, well then, you know, I'll break the rules and I will do this one song, then I'll do Kentucky Rain for him. Oh, that's nice. That's great. Well, thank you very much. 5 in the morning. Holy crap. All the way in Norway. Well, God bless you for tuning in there, Roy, and I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Because of that, I'll do Kentucky Rain next for you then. That it's over, but I'm at every point of view. And even though I am It's easy for you. You don't have to face the music. You don't have to face the crowd. Just go back where you came from. You ain't even proud. I had a wife and I had children. I threw them all away. But now you tell me, you dare to tell me I should go back to them. What do you think I should say? I found it hard to leave them. Saddest thing I ever had to do. My problems haven't started, and it's easy for you. I had a wife and I had children. I threw them all away. And now you tell me, you dare to tell me I should go back to them. What do you think? What on earth do you think I should say? Have you ever tried the good life? Only an year or two. I got no choice, I'll forgive you. 'Cause it's easy for you. You only have to call me, and it's easy for you. You only have to call me, and it's easy for you. Thank you, folks. All right, we still got Roy hanging in there, right, all the way from... This one doesn't really fit into the theme, but hopefully he's still listening. I'll break the rules just for him there, because he's all the way from Norway, and it's 5 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m. in the morning, and you're watching me. Thanks. I appreciate that a lot. No, I really do. I mean, I don't even know if I'd wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning to watch myself. But, yeah, well, my honey would she'd wake me up because she'd want to see it. But I'd be going, can you let me some sleep? Give me sleep. I want to sleep. Anyway, here's Kentucky Rain. Here we go. Going out to Norway. Seven lonely days and a dozen towns ago, I reached out one night and you were gone. Don't know why you'd run, what you're running to or from. All I know is I want to bring you home. So walking in the rain, thumbing for a ride on this lonely Kentucky back road. Love you much too long, my love's too strong to let you go. Never knowing what went wrong. another town that I'll go walking through with the rain in my shoes, searching for you in the cold Kentucky rain, cold Kentucky rain. Showed a photograph to some two old bearded men sitting on a bench outside a general store. Said, yeah, she's been here, but their memory wasn't clear. Was it yesterday? No, wait, the day before. Finally caught her eye with a preacher man who asked, where you bound on such a cold dark afternoon? As we walked on through the rain, as he listened, I explained, and he left me with a prayer that I'd find you. Kentucky rain keeps pouring down, and up ahead's another town that I'll go walking through with the rain in my shoes, searching for you in the cold Kentucky rain, cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain, cold Kentucky rain, cold Kentucky rain, cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain, in the cold Kentucky rain. There you go, Ron. Hope you and all my Norwegian buddies enjoyed that. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. It really means a lot to us. Next week, Friday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'll be back again doing our Elvis show. It's by request night, so I bet I'm going to do a lot of homework because I'm going to be getting a lot of old ships and Dominic the Impotent Bulls probably, so I have to bone up on some of those songs. I won't know them all, but I'll try my best. Before that, on Wednesday, we have Retro Vegas right here, where I take you back to glamorous old Vegas with the names like Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Elvis, yes, Tom Jones, a whole bunch of others. We're going to go do a whole bunch of music, and we're going to get sloshed doing it. We're going to find out what the letter of the day is, and whatever the letter of the day is, that's the alcohol we'd be drinking. So, last hangover was courtesy of the letter C, standing for Crown Royal. So we'll see what happens this Wednesday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Wednesday, right here. If you guys enjoyed the show, and I know everybody's in tough right now, the way the world is right now, and by all means, this is not compulsory. We don't expect anybody to have to or want to do it, but if you feel inclined and you've enjoyed yourself, we do accept tips. You can find the right on the bottom of the screen, it has my PayPal link, where you can just click it and you can send a loonie, a dollar, or whatever you want to send. And we appreciate just you tuning in. We don't expect anyone to have to want a tip to see the show. We're doing this because it stops me from going crazy as a singer. I need to be able to get out there and sing. And it also hopefully helps ease some of the tensions for you guys out there. Sitting back and listening to some music you like. And until we can get the chance to do this all again in person. I mean, I've lost all my shows basically pretty much for the rest of this year. So we'll see what happens. If and when they reopen the country, whereabouts will be, we don't know. None of us do. We're sort of taking it on a day-by-day basis. But the one thing that I do know is that I'm a singer, and singers have to sing. And I do the best I can to come out and entertain y'all. This is a song that appeared on Live from Elvis Presley Boulevard, his second to last studio album. anymore. I've been hurt before. Never ever quite like this time. What will become of me when you're no longer here? If I can't stop loving you, what am I to do? You'll be free, but where will I be? Now that I'm used to love, how can I stand alone? Now the love has come and gone, like the ending of a song my lonely heart keeps singing. Where do I go from here? Will I get old? If so, next time I'll be smart and know before I start. A heart that don't get broken. Hope I never ever loved anyone this much again. Never, ever, never again. Thank you, folks. Again, we appreciate very much you tuning in and watching us. This is going to be the last song tonight. Thank you for sticking it in there with sticking it out with us. We appreciate a lot, and we hope that through these troubling times that you can find some source of reinvention, some source of happiness, and get through it. For patience, this is what it's testing, and believe me, when we get all through it, we'll be back and better than ever. And the only thing I could advise is that this next particular song is that you try and stay as far away from this as possible, because it's not going to be good for you if you do. Well, piano from 9 till 1:30, trying to make a living watching everybody else having fun. Well, I don't miss much if it happens on a dance hall floor. Listen, though I just walked through that door. Well, hello, T-R-O-U-B-L-E. What in the world are you doing here? Hey, hey, good in the moon, K-I-N-G. I smell T-R-O-U-B-L-E. I was a little bitty baby when my mama hit the skids. Mama had a time trying to raise 9 kids. She told me not to stand but it was impolite. I didn't bet you stood there trying to raise me right. Yeah, but mama never told me nothing like why oh you. Say your mama must have been another good looking mother too. Hey, 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 good down the road, P-I-N-G. I smell T-R-O-U-B-L-E. Well, you talk about a woman that's seen a lot of others, but too much of something, not enough another. We run it all together like a loving machine. Looking like boy, you're walking like a dream, but this should be good too. Why oh you? Well, your mother must have been a good looking honey too. Say, hey, hey, good old double O-K. gonna make it home to the rain. The man gonna love you and the women gonna hate you. Remind them of everything you're never gonna be. Maybe the beginning of a World War III. What the world ain't ready for nothing like who I owe you. Well, I bet your mama must have been a good looking honey too. Hey, 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 L-O-V-I-N-G. Well, I smell T-R-O-U-B-L-E. I say hey. Hey, hey, hey. I said hey. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll hope to see you next week.